Guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of our 72 Alfa Romeo GTV commission build. Today, we're at the rear of the car. The last video, we worked with the suspension and all that fun stuff on the front of the car, the big brakes, so on and so forth. Today, we're working here on the rear end. So what we got to do is replace the wheel bearings. We got to get those replaced. They haven't been replaced yet. They've got to be replaced. This will be pretty simple just because we do not have brakes on it or anything like that, so I don't have to worry about that. The brakes are new in the box, so all I got to do is start working on removing the axle out and then getting the old bearings and all that stuff off and putting the new ones on with the press. So let's get started. All right, so we're at the back side of the wheel hub. This is, of course, where the disc brakes will be. So as you can see, using the wrench, there's these really thin nuts that are kind of basically lock nuts. They're very thin, kind of almost made out of tin in a way, so you gotta be careful not to over tighten them. Anyway, so we gotta remove those out first. So there's four, right? Of course, you can only see two of the four nuts, the other two on the front side. So we gotta take those locking nuts off first, and then once those locking nuts come off, then we'll be able to take off the hub nuts themselves. So we'll be able to slide out the hub assembly and the axles. So we'll get those done. All right, now we're moving on to the nuts themselves. So just using the wrench, it's a 17mm wrench. So there's, of course, four of them. We'll get those removed, and then we'll go on to the next part to get things out of the way so that we can remove the hub assembly with the axle. All right, so using the hammer, I'm just basically helping to move this thing out. It's stuck on there pretty good, as you can see. So you just got to work it. I mean, these bearings have been on this car for quite a while. So just use the hammer on the back side of it, and it eventually will break free. I guess you can put a sliding hammer, attach it to the wheel studs, and then use the sliding hammer. But anyway, this works. I've done it like this tons and tons of times. So anyway, everything's going to come out in, together as one piece, and then that's what you'll have to break down. So as you can see here, just pulling the axle out. So we've got the axle out. Now we'll move on to the next phase, and that's literally going to be on the other side. Okay, so here's the passenger side assembly with the axle, of course, on the ground. We're going to use the cutter. We're going to get that retaining ring off, and then the bearing. Now, before you seasoned veterans that work on these Alfas for 30, 40 years, there's probably another way of doing this. This is, to me, the easiest way. I'm very careful. I watch what I'm doing. But to me, this is just kind of the way I do it, is just cut the retaining ring off, and then from there we'll cut the bearing off, and then we'll have the whole assembly apart, and at that point we'll get ready to put the new brakes on it, and then reassemble everything and use the press to press on the bearings and the retaining ring. So again, don't shoot me too much. This is just the way that I do it. Again, I've done a dozen of these things, and it's just, to me, the easiest way. So we'll continue to get all this cut and everything, and then I'll show you the end result after everything's off. Okay, and there you have it. Took about 10 minutes to get it cut off. This is just now the axle. Everything else is completely off. Now it'll be time to clean and get everything cleaned up and a fresh coat of paint, and then get ready for the assembly process. All right, time to put the brake shoes back on, reassemble everything. We got a brand new brake line that'll come up in through here. We've got new springs, these springs, and lock in, whatever you want to call them, they're perfectly fine. This is perfectly fine. Everything else is great. So what we're going to do is I'm going to sit the camera down and hopefully capture as much of this as possible. It's so much easier to do this outside the car. All right, so I've got the cable connected and the big spring connected. And now the next part that we're going to do is get the adjuster. That's what spreads it out, so you can get it, orientate it right inside the hub. So it's a little spider gear looking mechanism. So we'll put that in place. And again, when you're doing this, it's not going to sit perfect yet, just because you don't have those lock Allen screws or retaining pin or whatever that goes in that little hole there. So here I'm just adjusting it. Now the next step will be to get the smaller spring, the skinnier spring. And the skinnier spring will go on, and then we'll get that locked in from one side to the other of the shoe, and then we'll lock down the shoes themselves. So just use a little needle nose pliers, and then don't follow my direction as I am letting it fly everywhere. This happens, so don't get frustrated. Yep, there it is. It took off. We'll try it one more time. Maybe the third time is the charm here. So basically just stretch it out, and there we go. And then you kind of tap it in right there, and voila, it is completely in place. Now, next step is you got to line it up to where those holes are at, so you can get the little retaining pin. That's what I'm going to call it. I'm not quite sure the exact terminology, but the little retaining pin in. It's got the spring over it, and we'll get them locked in. As you can see, I've got the holes lined up, and then to the left of the screen, you'll see those little retaining pins with the springs. So just use I've just got this little T tool here with the Allen key on it, and then I can, just kind of wiggle it in place. You'll feel it drop in the hole, and then from there, just push down. And it's kind of like half of a turn, quarter of a turn, and it locks in place. And then you can see it's in the back. I usually go over it a couple times, loosen them up, just so I feel like they're in pretty good. But that's pretty much it. So I'll go ahead and lock this one down, and then the next step is we will get them pressed on with the bearings to the hubs. We'll have to drive over to Brad's garage and use his press to get everything pressed on. Alrighty, we are at Brad's garage, and we are now pressing the bearings on to the hubs, the axles. So you'll see we've got the freshly assembled brake drums. Those are in for the emergency brakes. Now we're just pressing them down. So pretty simple, just one step at a time, and you'll feel it at the end where it bottoms out. You'll feel that, and then just kind of little crank after that, and then you should be good to go. So yes, very, very simple to do. Let's go ahead now, since we've got that one, we'll take it out. We'll get the other side on, and we'll go ahead and press that one down as well. So again, here, as you can see, we're just going to just crank it down easily. Got to adjust the brake drum itself, and then just kind of crank her down, and it's pretty simple to do. So yeah, so we'll get these done, and then we'll get back to the next step will be to do the retaining ring that will lock everything in place. So that'll be the next step. All right, we are using this, I think is the coolest tool in the world. It's like a mini inductor. And so basically that ring, that wire that wraps around gets super hot, and you're gonna watch this retaining ring start to change colors. And I think it's starting a little bit now. So basically you use the pliers, you hold it down, and wait till we get this thing super hot. It's almost gonna be like a bluish color, and it doesn't take long. I could not imagine how hot this wire gets to heat this ring up. Just basically it's just sitting in the center of it. But once we get that thing completely heated, as you can see, it's really starting to change colors. We'll drop it on the axle and then use a pipe just to kind of bang it down a little bit more so it'll get completely locked in place. And as you can see, we're seeing some smoke coming off this ring. There's the blue. So again, this thing gets super hot. So we'll drop it down, we'll use this pipe, and then Brad will just kind of hit at it. And then that'll lock it down and put it in place, and we'll get the other side done. Alrighty guys, we are back at the shop here. I've got new bearings on and everything is in from Brad's shop yesterday. So if I set it down, you'll see all the brakes, everything is done. We're ready to install, even have new cables, the whole 9 yards. So we are ready to go. So now we're gonna get the car down and start the process of installing these back on the car. It's just gonna be just the opposite of taking them off. We're just gonna put them on now and get everything bolted up. We'll also get the new brake calipers on as well in the back. That will definitely give me a little bit more space on the shelves. And yeah, so why don't we get started? Let me drop the GTV down from the lift and get started. Alrighty, now we're gonna put the axle back in. We're on the driver's side. Here you'll see we've got the axle. You just kind of twist it till you feel it lock in place. And then you might have to use a hammer. You might not. You might have to kind of wiggle it around a little bit, go on the other side of it. You just got to work it. And eventually it will set in place, and then we'll be able to go on the other side and do the bolts. So as you can see, I'm just kind of lining the bolts up properly to the hub, looking around to figure out what's going on. And yeah, we'll get her locked in, and then we'll start to bolt her down. All right, finally got her locked in place, fully pushed all the way in. Now here, I'm just gonna go around and I'm gonna bolt up all 4 corners of the hub, and then I'll put those little thin lock nuts on there to cinch them down, and then we'll work on putting the disc on and getting everything finished up, and then the brakes and so on and so forth, and then we'll hop on to the other side. So just take your time. I'm just using a 17-inch socket and just putting them in 1 bolt at a time. So yeah, just take your time. Pretty simple. All right, got the disc on, and what I'm going to use is just use some of the old wheel stud nuts right here, and then I'm just going to use my impact gun, and I'm going to cinch it down to where they'll go right over the shoes themselves. So this to me is the easiest way. I don't want to use a hammer. Rubber mallet really doesn't work as well. To use a regular hammer, I'm afraid I'm going to hit, I would be afraid to hit the disc itself and really mess it up. So as you can see here, you just kind of cinch it down, and there it goes. It's pretty simple, very easy to do. Then we'll just get it, the lug nut removed, and then we'll start to get the 2 screws put in place to lock down the disc to the hub. Okay, putting in the 2 screws. Also remember here to use some anti-seize on them. That way it'll just be easier to take off whenever you need to replace either the disc or the drums, drum brakes, or whatever the case may be. It's just a lot easier if you use some anti-seize now on those 2 screws than anything else. So we'll get those on, and then next we'll put the brake caliper on, and we'll do the other side, and then we'll be completed. Fairly simple job. All right, now time to put the brake caliper on. I'm not going to put the pads on. I'm just putting the calipers on for right now. I'm not even hooking up lines or anything else. There's 2 bolts. They're 17 millimeter bolts. So just put those down and tighten them up really, really good. And then that should be about it. Then you have the other side. I'm not going to show you all the boring same footage on the other side. You watch me do the driver's side. The passenger side is the exact same way. So let's go ahead and just wrap up this video. Again, this is not that difficult to do. It's just time consuming, and that's it. So anyway, let's get the video wrapped up. All right, guys, and there you have it. New axle, rear axle bearings, new brakes, new discs, everything freshly painted. Of course, the suspension, all that's been on, the lowered suspension. So we're good to go. So we've got the whole front done now. Now the whole back is done. So this thing will be able to truly roll, get on a trailer, and get sent to the paint and body shop. So we're getting closer to that. A few other extra things. Of course, this is tough to see, but we've got to weld in the tunnel and then work on the AC bracket and go ahead and get all that in. So I'm going to call this a wrap. I appreciate you watching, joining these videos. Please like, subscribe, and ring the bell. And as always, God bless.